Hi, and welcome to Charlotte Talks Transformers, where we'll be taking a look at Transformers Animated Episode 10, Sound and Fury. Sound. Sound wave. Yes. No yes. This episode, it hurt me. It hurt me right here. I'm not even joking. I love Soundwave, and what they did to Soundwave, I did not love that. This episode starts off with Sari having a birthday, and right off the bat, immediately a Sari and Bulkhead episode. This is having to deal with their friendship and kind of the, I don't know, Bulkhead's feeling unappreciated by everyone, but mostly by Sari. They sort of set up that Bumblebee was kind of Sari's BFF, but now it almost seems like Bulkhead is Sari's BFF. But okay, the episode, going back straight to the beginning, the episode starts off really, really weird where Sari and Bulkhead get attacked by this like rainbow unicorn, pink girl riding a unicorn, and Bulkhead defeats them by like holding onto the unicorn's horn, and then it's like rainbow magic explodes it. And they seem to like starting episodes off with nothing to do with anything. That's like kind of a theme for this. But enough about that. I really want to talk about what happened in this episode with Soundwave. Because, okay, Sari's birthday party was happening, and it turns out Sari is a little unpopular and a little weird among her peers. Like, all of the kids that came to her birthday party were children of employees of some DAC industry, so they basically like had to go there. And Sari knows that she's not popular with these people. She's at the birthday party, and the kids are just kind of like, when can we get out of here? And then the Autobots show up, and it's kind of funny. There was a funny scene where one of the kids was like to Optimus Prime. He's like, say the line, and then Optimus like transform and roll out, and all the kids are like, woo! And I was like, yeah, I'd probably do the same thing too if I was in that universe. So I guess like his catchphrase has become like an actual catchphrase in among the peoples of Earth. So Megatron was widely featured in this episode, and we sort of noticed that Megatron always seems to appear in semi-filler episodes. Like he's always plotting to get his body back during filler episodes, essentially, because this was a lot like the I think it was the nanosec episode, one of those episodes where you're not quite sure if it's a filler or not, because not a lot happened, no plot advancement at all. Megatron has a plot to get his body back, and this body involves this mechanical sound thing. He calls himself Soundwave. The plan is basically to give this present of a musical robot to Sari, who will then use her Allspark key on the robot, like building it up, and then eventually Megatron will have his body back. It's a terrible plan. All Megatron's plans are terrible. So I want to acknowledge that they acknowledged something. Remember in the episode prior, Along Came a Spider, how Sari was like, you know what, this Allspark key, it's a lot of power, it's a lot of responsibility, maybe I'll put it to rest. Nope, completely thrown away in this episode, but they did acknowledge the wider impact of their actions. They actually acknowledged the wave that went out from Black Arachnia that aged every single plant and human and animal life form. And they acknowledge it, and then they acknowledge the Bumblebee turbo boosters going wrong and a couple other things going wrong. So it's like they're not existing in a void finally. It's good. Like they're acknowledging that maybe they're not taking the best actions in the world. But then from there, Sari just continues to use the key irresponsibly. Like she gets this Soundwave thing, and it creates like this electronic dance party going on, right? And Sari's like hosting dance parties in the middle of a park with Soundwave, and Bumblebee's getting jealous. And then she keeps like plugging her Allspark key into Soundwave for no real apparent reason. Like maybe it just pumps up the bass a little bit. Yeah, so Bulkhead's getting jealous, not Bumblebee. See, it's kind of weird because they did set up that Bumblebee was the BFF, and now suddenly Bulkhead's the BFF. Like I guess she can have two of them, but it's a bit confusing. So anyways, Sari keeps using this key, and as we've seen before, this key has the ability to create sentience and life and Cybertronians out of effing nothing. And predictably, that's exactly what happens. This magic dance party toy turns into Soundwave, and I really use that in the loosest possible terms. This is not Soundwave to me. I'm sorry. I love Soundwave, and this is not Soundwave. Series creators, I've given you so many props, but you done fucked up. Like, you fucked up bad. Like, Soundwave, the Soundwave, like, from Prime and IDW and even G1, it was freaking awesome. And then Dance Party Robot. Come on, guys. I'm done with you. Not really, but God, it's hurt me. It hurt me, okay? Okay? Like, I don't know how much longer I can talk about how much it hurt me, but Soundwave is kind of one of my favorite Decepticons, and this was a little painful for me. Like, maybe it gets better. I hope it gets better, but ouch, dude. So, Soundwave gains sentience, and Megatron's all like, oops, didn't see that coming, and he was trying to, like, basically be like, come back, I want to use you as my body, and Soundwave's all like, no, Soundwave is a real boy now, I don't fucking know. So Megatron decides that if he can't control Soundwave, he's going to manipulate him. So Soundwave already, like, right off the bat, a little bit of robo-racism, where he's all like, these robots are clearly superior to humans, why are they doing the humans' dirty work? And Megatron's like, yeah, you're totally right. And you know who also sucks? Those Autobots. And Soundwave's like, illogical, they're robots. And Megatron's all like, no, but they've sided with the humans. Like, we don't like them. And Soundwave's all like, we don't like them. And it's like, ugh, come on, Soundwave. So you kind of know where it goes from here. There's a battle. Soundwave goes and kind of controls all of the robots in the city to make them attack the humans, and he kind of, like, almost combiners with all of the little knick-knacky robots in the city to form, like, Ultra Soundwave in a way. And then kind of, like, I don't want to delve too deeply into this because it was a little boring, but long story short is that Soundwave sends all of the robots in the city against the Autobots, and then Bulkhead goes and rescues Sari, who is actually being held hostage by Soundwave because he wants the Allspark key. And there's a bit of a, a bit of a fake tension thing going on where it looks like because of his hurt feelings over how Sari was treating him, that Bulkhead's actually gonna turn to the side of evil, and you know that he's not because he's Bulkhead. He's like the nicest guy ever. So they have a bit of false drama, but then Bulkhead comes through and destroys Soundwave without actually really destroying him, because we kind of find out at the end of the episode that he's still a thing. So, all's well that ends well, and man, this episode, like, it better start getting better from here, because last episode was pretty good, and it seems like they'll give us a really good episode, then they'll kind of give us a subpar episode. And I watched the series a long time back, and I remember it getting really, really good, so hopefully they redeem themselves after this, because this was effing painful to watch, honestly. Yeah, I don't have very many good things to say about this episode. There was some funny moments, there was some cute moments, but shame on you. If you're a fan of Soundwave, by all means, like, skip this episode, burn this episode, try to, like, purge it from your mind, like, do whatever you need to do, just forget it ever existed. This was atrocious. It was fucking atrocious. Like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be, but
it was bad.
So yeah, that was the episode. Please leave a comment, subscribe. I would love to hear what you had to say about this as Soundwave, because this Soundwave wasn't good. Bye.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.